fun. Woo!
Could it be any wetter? It's just. Those are great hats. Oh my God. Read on, guys. Those are like the best Jester Canadian hats I've ever seen. Incredible. Yeah.
One more time.
Today's the first day in the rest of your life. Know what tomorrow is. Always a day it's free to receive the light. Yeah, count up all your big names, here's a formula. Try your life and understand. But I hold on tight, don't let it slide too long. By doing the best that you can. Your house, something sing, something singing so sweet, feels like falling rain. Na 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 na. You know what believing is? Believing is a state with a truth to the thing. Na 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 na. Now count all your big things, there's a reason. Take you all your life to get that far. And I hold on tight, don't let it slide too long. Doing the best that you can. Doing the best that you can. And all those times you couldn't get so low. Open up your eyes and let go. You know what today is? Today's the first day in the rest of your life. Na, na, na. You know what the time is? Time is just a trick of fools. Tell me if I'm right. Na, 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 na. Count up all your good things, here's a formula. Take you all you like, understand. And I hold on tight, don't let it slide too long. Doing the best that you can. 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 That's some blueberry grunt. This isn't. Year was 1778. I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. Then the day they put to sea, where about 4 pounders they made a fight. God damn them all. I was towing crews, sea for American gold. We fired no guns, shed no tears. I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Paris privateer. Solidarity cried the town. I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. For 20 brave men off fishermen who make for him the antelopes who rode down them all. Was Tory Cruise, the seas for American gold. We fired no guns, shed no tears. I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Paris privateers. You see the Arab sloop, she's a sickening sight. I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. She listed a port with her sails and rags, hooking her scuppers and her stickers, and today got down them all. I was Tory Cruise, the sea for American gold. We fired no guns, shed no tears. I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Paris privateers. On the Christmas day we put to sea. I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. 91 days from Montego Bay. Yeah, the proper like that man all the way. God damn them all. I was Tory Cruise, seas for American gold. We fired no guns, shed no tears. I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Paris privateers. On the 96th day we sailed again. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. A bloody great Yankee hove in sight. A crack 4-pounders we made to fight. God damn them all. I was Tory Cruise, sea for American gold. We fired no guns, shed no tears. I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Paris privateers. How we doing so far? You know the Yankees lay down low with gold. I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. He brought in fat, catchy loose in his days. Catch it took the antelope 2 whole days. God damn them all! I was Tory Cruise, seas for American gold. We fired no guns, shed no tears. A broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Paris privateers. We stood 2 cables away. I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. Our crackwood planners made an awful din. One bad ball, the Yanks stove us in. God damn them all. I was Tory Cruise, the seas for American gold. We fired no guns, shed no tears. I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Paris privateers. Suck it, you pitched it aside! I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. There was smashed like a bowl of eggs. The main truck carried up both my legs. God damn them all! Was Tory Cruise, the sea for American gold. We fired no guns, shed no tears. I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Paris privateers. In my 23rd year, I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. Let me try that again. You know, when it comes to unifying this amazing country, nobody does it better than these guys. And so we thought we'd end our little set here to warm you guys up. And by the way, thank you for coming on it's an amazing day. It's an amazing day, but
on the Halifax Pier.
That's elbows up, right? That's what it's all about. So we thought we'd finish with this group. First thing we climbed a tree, and maybe then we talk, or sit silently and listen to our thoughts. Illusions of someday, cast in a morning light, no dress rehearsal. When a hornet stung me, I had a feverish dream, revenge and doubt. Night we smoked them out. You are held by a century. You are held by a century. You are held by a century. In a morning shroud, and meditate begun. I tempted your cloud, baby, you tempted my hell. Rain falls in the dark, rain fell to the night. No just rehearsal, this is our life. And that's when a hornet stung me. I had a feverish dream of revenge and doubt. Tonight we smoke them out. You are hit by a century. You are hit by a century. You are hit by a century. Oh! You are held by a century. You are held by a century. You are held by a century. Thank you. Oh, Canada!
We'll be back later. We'll see you.
Blueberry Grunt! Blueberry Grunt! Let's hear it for Blueberry Grunt! Woo. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Elbows Up Halifax. Thank you for coming. I'm Peter Wall. I'm one of the hosts today, and I'd like to introduce my co-host. You know her probably very well. She's a meteorologist, a science educator, a best-selling author, Cindy Day.
Oh my goodness, what a fantastic welcome. So nice to be here, Peter. Thank you for the invite. Bonjour à tout le monde, ici et à la maison également, avec votre tasse de thé. It's so nice that you've come out here. You'd think if you asked the meteorologist to co-host an event, the skies wouldn't open up. But you know what? It makes us hardy Nova Scotians, doesn't it? You know, every day across the country, we ask our farmers to get out in the field in the cooking sun. We walk to school in shorts, in blizzards. Our fishermen and fisherwomen go out to the seas on days where we'd rather stay inside. This is for all of them who do that for us across the country. No better place to live.
Love it. And not only did you show up, but you brought signs. I'm going to point out some of these amazing signs. We got strong and free. We got Canada is about to become the 51st boot in your, I won't say the last.
Awesome.
I won't say the last one. True North, strong and free. I like this one.
Yeah.
We have the cards. That's a good one. Thank you for bringing your spirit and your signs.
Fantastic. Not the trump card, but all the rest of the cards in the deck. The party just keeps on going, but first we would like to acknowledge that we are in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. This land, part of the Siknik district, is covered by the treaties of peace and friendship, which are still in effect today. We are all treaty people, and we honor the enduring presence and deep traditions and the knowledge of the Mi'kmaq past, present, and future. A very special guest now to welcome to our stage. It's my pleasure to introduce Elder Debbie Eisen, who will lead us in an Indigenous welcome and a lovely prayer. Debbie is Ojibwe, Anishinaabe, from Botswana First Nation up near Sault Ste. Marie, and a retired Chief Petty Officer, 36 years in our military service. 36 years. There she is. She now works at the Mi'kmaq Native Friendship Center in Halifax, and she serves as an elder for many organizations. Debbie Eisner.
Is this work? Oh, there we go. Good afternoon, everyone. What an act to follow. I'm not going to sing for you, believe me, but I'm so happy to be here today. I wish you could be where I am to see the sea of people and the love and the energy that's coming up right now. It makes me feel really warm, and I have to say that I know some of you won't agree with me, but I'm so thankful for the rain today because, you know, it's filling the wells of those who sow are in desperate need of its nourishment, and it's helping to get rid of all the dirty snow that we have around. But, you know, it could be worse. It could be raining, or it could be snowing or freezing rain, so I'm happy to be here. Because I am Anishinaabe Kwe, I would like to also acknowledge that we're gathered here today in the unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people, but also to remind everyone that this is the 300th anniversary of the signing of the Treaty of 1725. So this year marks a very special year for the Mi'kmaq people, and I'm so glad as Anishinaabe Kwe to be here and to work and play and gather in this territory. I'm going to start us off with an opening prayer, but I would like to invite each and every one of you here to pray in your own way, or just take the time to have some silence and acknowledge. But before I do that, in the Indigenous community, we say that we are resilient people, as we have been here for hundreds of years. But right now, today, standing on this stage and feeling the energy, I want to say that all Canadians are resilient, and we come together as one. And to remember that there's a sign I seen out back that's Brock did not die in vain. Isaac Brock did not die in vain. And as our soldiers, sailors, and air people are out there fighting for Turtle Island and fighting for Canada, we have to remember as Ogwitchi Day, which means soldiers, that we come together as Canadians to support our veterans. Ani buju nana temakus and dejana kos no mea gunawe Anishinaabe Kwe Botswana. Creator, we thank you and Thank you for allowing us all to be together today, and help us to open our hearts and our minds with clarity and understanding of the words and the passion that we are about to feel throughout the afternoon. And we thank all of these musicians and these talented people who have come together to give their time to help us become united as a country and as Canadians. We pray, Creator, for our loved ones who are sick and need your help and strength and guidance in the days ahead. And for our loved ones who are preparing themselves for their final journey to you, we ask, Creator, that you welcome them with open arms. And for our doctors, nurses, firefighters, paramedics, and police officers who work so hard day in and day out, protecting our way of life here in Jabukduk, keep them safe. And lastly, Creator, I pray for our veterans, those men and women who are far from home, protecting our way of life here on Turtle Island. Keep them safe and free from harm till they return back to Turtle Island and back to the loving arms of their family and their friends. Mset Nogama Tahomigwich Ahau. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Elder Eisen. All right, so as I said, I'm Peter. I'm one of the co-hosts, and I want to talk a little bit about why we're here today. And I think we're here today, and I think you are all here today because you're feeling something, and you've felt something. And it's something that the organizing team behind these events, and this is our third now that we've put on, we're all feeling something too. And it's a mix. It's a mix of anger, it's a mix of frustration, it's a mix of concern. And the idea is to come out and to do something and be together. So thank you for coming out and being part of this. We put this event together and these events together not as a protest, but as a statement. A statement that Canada is strong. A statement that Canada is united, and we are, more than ever before. And a statement that Canada is worth standing up for. So thank you for coming out and standing with us in the rain and being here today. It's really important. As an organizing team, we've been driven by some core values, and I want to share those values with you. One is, first and foremost, we believe in this country. We believe in Canada. Second is, and this is really important, we are open to everyone. We are proudly nonpartisan. This is about more than party politics. The third is we believe in hope, and we believe in optimism, and we believe in a better future for this country and for the world. We also believe in respect, into listening to each other, and to also taking action. And you are all taking action today by being here. Also, this is a family-friendly event. This is peaceful. This is positive. Unfortunately, there's no hot tubs here. But it is really important that this is a peaceful event. And so thank you for coming and standing with us peacefully. We want you to leave today feeling energized, feeling like you've done something, feeling like that you're more connected to each other and to this country, and to channel that energy into something. And we also believe that standing strong is not about shouting the loudest, but it's about standing firm in your values. And finally and lastly, if we do get a little angry, and there's lots in the world to be angry about today, we're going to be polite, because we're Canadian. So thank you again for coming. Let's make the most of today. Thank you for braving the rain. Let's listen, let's connect, and let's be part of something bigger than ourselves. All right, with that, I would like to introduce the Mayor of Halifax, Mayor Andy Fillmore. I said we're nonpartisan. Every event that we've had the mayor speak as a local representative of the people, and today is no different. Throughout his career, Mayor Fillmore has been driven by the belief that we are always stronger together. Mayor Fillmore.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Peter. Good to see you, buddy. And thanks for bringing this to Halifax. Hello, Dartmouth. Hello. Hello, Halifax. Hello, HRM. You guys are beautiful, unbelievable out here in the rain. Thank you for bearing the mist and the rain to stand united for something that we all believe in. This amazing place we call home, the true north, strong and free, Canada. We're here for you. Now, my friends, we know that over the last several weeks and months, we have faced some challenges. We've seen some challenges to our sovereignty, to our economy, but we have been clear. Canada is strong, Canada is independent, and Canada is not for sale. Right? Am I right? And we must also remember, my friends, it's not the American people themselves who have challenged us. We have deep friendships and shared history and family and friends across the border. Halifax has always been a place where people from all over the world can come here, newcomers and dreamers and visitors, and that includes our American friends who will be coming here to share in our culture and to support our economy over the summer months. So like Peter reminded us, we are polite Canadians, and when we see them, we're going to say hello and welcome them. But you know, we're also going to remember why we're here today, and that's about protecting what makes Canada Canada, right? It's about keeping the decisions about Canada's future in the hands of Canadians. This is a place where everyone is welcome, but our values are not for sale, my friends. And so, if there's one thing I know about HRM, one thing I know about Nova Scotia, it's that when challenges arise, we are always better when we face them together, and that's exactly what we're doing today. So let's channel our support, channel our energy into supporting local businesses and Canadian businesses and celebrating what makes Halifax and Canada so great. So let's keep our hearts strong, Canada. Let's keep our elbows up, HRM. Go Canada, go! And enjoy the show. You're so beautiful.
Awesome. His Worship, Andy Fillmore. Thank you so much. How are we doing out there? Not too wet? You're okay? You are hardy, and you've stepped up to the call. And that's what's happening, what has been happening for the past 2 weeks when we were asking for entertainment, people to come to our stage to make this a true party, and that's what we've got going on. And this party is made up of the who's who of East Coast Canadiana. We've got the Trailer Park Boys. We've got Jimmy Rankin. I tell you, it goes on and on. But our next guest really needs no introduction because he's been around forever, and I'm sure he'll forgive me for saying that. He's from rural Newfoundland, and we'll forgive him for that as well. We've got some Newfoundlanders here. Awesome. He has made a career from the stand-up stage to TV to film and everything in between. We know him mostly from This Hour as 22 Minutes and the docuseries Majumber Manor. Please welcome to our stage Gemini Award-winning actor, comedian, Sean Majumder.
Woo! Thank you, my love. What's up? Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Yes, very rarely do I come over to the dark side, and it's not as scary as everybody said it was. It's warm and welcoming and very patriotic. There is not one person here who's not feeling love for Canada today. Even that wet, scraggly dog. Where is he? Poor grunt. I felt bad for him. Call the SPCA. Get him a coat. Hi, kids. How are ya? Are you feeling good about being Canadian today? It's a good day to be Canadian. Guys, I am here today for many reasons. I'm not living in California anymore. I started this, I wasn't even intending on having anything to do with Elbows Up. I had no idea what was going on. It was only 3 weeks ago, I was in a U-Haul truck driving from California all the way across America as she burned to the ground. And I was going through all the embers and all the madness, and I was pulling my Volvo behind. I'd already sent my entire family, my 2 beautiful daughters, Mattis Maple because of Canada, and I'm a Leaf fan. Boo! And I moved my children. I said, Shelby, I think the best time to go to Nova Scotia and we're going to self-deport and I'm going to repatriate you to a province that has the highest taxes and not great access to health care in the middle of February. Elbows up! And we're staying up in Windsor. We're out in the valley, and we're loving it. But, guys, I cannot tell you enough the feeling of me getting, yes, exactly. He knows. He saw me on YTV back in the day, and he's excited. It's so funny when I came across the border. I've been here now twice in the last 5 or 6 years, coming across the border driving. During COVID first, we drove, I escaped because everybody was talking about the Atlantic bubble. There's no COVID in the Atlantic bubble. Not one case for some reason. Even on CNN, they were talking about the Atlantic bubble. It was safe. Something about the air pressure and the high unemployment was keeping all of the COVID out. And I came across the border at that time, but it was wild, man. It was just no, you need your COVID papers. Are you? And I'm I'm Canadian. I'm home. I'm bringing my whole family back to Newfoundland. No, you need your papers. This is in New Brunswick. And I was what do you mean? I'm Canadian. I was on YTV. Don't you recognize me? He's sorry, sir, I cannot help you. It's not you have to show me. I go, look, a moose. He went, where? And I drove right through. And this time, though, I was a little nervous coming that time. But this time, I cannot tell you enough, guys. The feeling of coming across the border and getting back to my home and native land and being here, and that feeling of safety and security and my children for the future. Canada right now, there is no place in the world that I would rather be. And we're going through a thing, Canada. This is different. Right? We're in a different time for Canada. Let's think about this. I know there's people here, some CBC fans who I can tell because of the white hair. There's some older people here who love the CBC. By the way, let's support the CBC. I am fully a supporter of the CBC, and I don't work for them right now. I don't work for them, but I think it's an important part of our Canadian culture that we need to maintain. It's $35 a year for everybody, taxpayers. Let's support the CBC. But growing up in this country, when I was a kid, I grew up in Newfoundland, and there was always, yes, Newfoundland and Labrador. But as a young kid, I remember feeling we're Canada. We're not quite America. We were like the younger brother who was following our big brother around all the time and hoping he'll invite us to all the parties. He was cooler than us. He had more money. He got invited to all this stuff. He would always win. He had all the fancy military stuff. This is back when Chrétien was in power, and there was all this we ran out of bullets. And I was oh, we're Canada. We're sort of okay, right? There was that feeling. Right? And there was a thing in my mind where I was always one day, America, we're going to be just like you. But then back in November, our older brother got into a horrific motorcycle accident, didn't he? And I feel terrible. He's got massive head trauma. He's going around saying weird stuff all the time. He's acting weird now. He's bullying people. He's not the same. But that's not all of America, by the way. We know that, right? We are a good neighbor who will still be there for our big brother. But we don't need you anymore, America. I feel right now Canada is coming into our own. We're like a teenage boy who's just you know what, dude? We don't need you. We should ghost America for a little bit. And that's not to slam America. I'm not here to make, I just think that what Elbows Up is about us standing our ground and feeling confident. We need to feel and believe that we are the greatest country on earth. And I don't say that hyperbolically. I mean it. Canada can lead the world by example, by leading with our values, by being strong and being confident, and we believe in ourselves, and that's what this is about. Nobody will ever make us a 51st state. Like, what a joke. That makes me laugh. And this has got to be above politics, guys. That's the other thing that's amazing about what's happening right now in Canada. I have never felt so unified in my life as a country. We're going through an election right now. And you know, our partisan differences, that's okay. We're going to have them. But always rise just above that. We can always argue over where money should be spent, how pipelines should be put in the ground or not put in the ground. But what's happening right now with our country is way, way bigger and way deeper, and it's going to be for our kids. Like, my kids are 3 and 5 years old. Nobody's going to care about who said what on what campaign trail when she's 10, 12, 13. We've got to protect our country, and we've got to build our country by being unified and staying unified, well above all this politics, well past Olympics, well past hockey, even though we're the greatest country in the world when it comes to hockey. And we got to maintain our sense of humor. This is really important too. Like, don't be triggered by the Americans who are coming after us, trying to trigger us by saying stuff like, oh, he's our governor, our prime minister. No, everybody was so upset. No, that is not what we call it up here. How dare you? Oh my goodness. That is not. We should lean into it. We should just be quiet and be like, yep. We should just lean into it. I think Trudeau, you know, now that he's out and he's a free man, we should make him governor. Let's just make him a governor. And we'll say it. Yes, America, you're right. He is the governor, but he's not the governor general. He's a general governor, and he will go around wearing a fancy tin hat and tights and bang on a pot and pan and make fun of America. Whee! He's the general governor. Embrace it. Embrace it. Use your sense of humor. I think we should have a national day of sorry. I think we should troll the shit out of us. Sorry, kids. We should troll the poop out of Americans, and we should create a national day of sorry. Hear me out. And what we should do is we should gather all of our minor hockey teams, and we should give them their hockey bags and fill it with like little maple cookies and little vials of maple syrup. And what? And donaires. And donaires. The hockey teams from Cole Harbour will all have donaires. With that sweet sauce and a big thing of Zantac. The people with heartburn know what I'm talking about. And we should put them in these hockey bags, and we should have all these children line up on the border, and on the night of National Day of Sorry, in mass. Like, I'm talking like we're going to war. Like, we should mass them all on the border, some at the legal ports, some at the just in the woods, and they're Canadian children. They're going to be fine. Like, you guys can do it. You're tough, right? Canadian kids. And you got your hockey bag, and you got it filled with maple cookies and maple syrup, and then a little handwritten note and chicken scratch. I'm sorry. And what we do is when the clock strikes 12, we just go across the border en masse, and we go over to all the manufacturers and all the distributors and all the businesses that are going to be destroyed by these stupid tariffs. And we just go and we say, we're sorry. And we give them all the maple syrup. And then, you know, of course, ICE will catch all the kids and round them up. And they'll have a little fire and share their maple cookies. And then they'll be all looking at the vials of maple syrup, and they'll gather all the maple syrup, and they're going to be like, oh my God, we don't have a fentanyl crisis. It's a maple syrup crisis. Way more maple syrup than there is fentanyl going across the border. We need to have fun with it is all I'm saying. And we got to remember our sense of humor, and don't be offended by these things that they say, because we don't need to speak up and kick and scream and say, we're great. We are great. We just need to be it, and we need to believe it forever. And also, I think one more thing before I let you go. I have another suggestion. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I think, you know, with the dollar right now, it's kind of wonky, but I still think that with our newfound Canadian pride, we should change the images on the money to reflect this new elbows up movement. For example, on the loonie, I think we should take the bird off of that, and we should have a beaver on steroids, just like, right? I think we should have on the 5, we should have a Canada Goose pile driving an eagle. Oh, honk! And on the 20, we should have the Queen giving George Washington a wedgie. Who's with me? Elbows up! I love you, Canada. You guys are brave. Thank you for coming out. We have a great day. Text your friends and tell them to get down here. My name is Sean Majunder. Go, Canada, go! Go, Canada, go! Elbows up! Go, Canada! Yeah, that one!
Ladies and gentlemen, Sean Majunder! Sean has the distinction of speaking at all 3 of the events we did. He flew to Ottawa right after he came back, did Ottawa, and just so you know, this whole thing's kind of DIY, right? We're flying by the seat of our pants. And in Ottawa, we couldn't get a permit at Parliament Hill. So we had a permit, we couldn't get a stage. So we had a guy who built us a stage which was 18 inches high by 2 feet by 3 feet. And it was a box because we weren't allowed to have a stage. And then we carried the stuff in, we carried the sound gear in. And then right before we started, we flipped it over, and it was a stage. And so Sean came and stood on that stage in Parliament Hill. And that was 4 weeks ago. And then 2 weeks ago, we had one in Toronto. And here today in Dartmouth. And, you know, this is the smallest crowd, I'm not going to lie, but it's the noisiest crowd by far. All right, so we're in Dartmouth. Who better to have than a local Dartmouth musician? He's the front man of the public service. You might have heard of them before. He's a soulful, thoughtful, deep kind of guy, and we're very happy to have him. Ladies and gentlemen, George Woodhouse.
Hello, Dartmouth. My gosh, you know, if it was sunny today, this parking lot would be full. And so what I'm seeing right now is the creme de la creme of people who care, people who are unified. Thank you for being here. You didn't have to come, but you did. The humidity is also present. So, everybody, I live on Portland Street and drove down today with my 3-year-old John and my sister, and I was thinking about this song, which song to play, and I wanted to play this one for you. That's the culprit right there. As Peter said, I play in a band called The Public Service, and we all live in Dartmouth, and now we're back in business. Thanks. And I need your help for this. Can you help me out today? Okay, so when I go, oh, you go, oh, let's do it. Oh, oh, everybody. Oh, 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 let me hear you. Yes. Okay, now we're going to add some words. If you really want to get into it, here are the words. And they're not real words, they're just sounds. They go like, I gotta, your turn. I gotta, 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 well, it's more than my address, more than where I left. So letters that you sent me, newspaper clippings. It's It's more than the holidays, it's more than all the ways I could say thank you. I just want to thank you, yeah. It's more than the trouble I caused, bigger than the lands I crossed when I tried to show you that I wasn't like you, but I'm like you. It's more than the contours of my face that look like yours. It's the smile, and it's been quite a while singing. I got a fire in my belly, song in my chimney. Hey, hey, I got a lot of home in me. Hey, a lot of home in me. That's what we got in us, Dartmouth. A lot of home. No matter what happens, no matter where you come from, that's what you've got inside of you, and that's what brought you here today. Now let's see if we can get those umbrellas doing a little umbrella bop on the beat. Follow my foot, lift it up, and bop, 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 bop. No other elbows up has been able to do the umbrella bop, 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 bop. Yeah, there we are. Okay, everybody, let's sing it one more time. Sing it, oh, oh, sing it, oh, oh, oh. Lit up bloodlines running through us, they trickle into a river of trust, and it's running. Let the new blood running. Oh, never been to the well source, no. I'll be ready when it's time to go and take a drink there. Hear how they sing there. Yeah. My sisters, I got two. Together we're three little drops in the sea of creation. Call it a generation. Oh, if I ever have a son or a daughter, I'm gonna make them out of the same water you gave me. Give them the same love that I got. I got a fire in my belly, song in my chimney. Hey, hey, I got a lot of home in me. Hey, a lot of home in me. Hey, oh, you got somewhere to go to when memory falls through holes in the basket. Oh, I'll always be here, whispering between your ears, calling you home. Oh, let's get your claps going. Clap. Hey, hey. Yes. If you're not holding an umbrella. Oh, oh, sing it. Oh, oh, keep it going. I got a fire in my belly, song in my chimney. Hey, hey, I got a lot of home in me. Hey, a lot of home in me. Keep it going. Oh. A lot of home in me, hey, a lot of home in me. Keep it going, everybody. We got an amazing day coming up. So many beautiful people here. It's mostly you. Thank you for coming out on a rainy day. Elbows up.
Thank you, George Woodhouse.
Dartmouth proud, Dartmouthian. Lovely.
Cindy, it looks like it's raining a little bit less.
I hesitate to say so. It is raining a little less. It's like not being as wet as wet. Do you find we talk about the weather too much? I read somewhere that without weather, Canadians couldn't start a conversation. I think it's true. Try it next time you're in an elevator or on the street.
That is a perfect segue into our next activity. So, as I said before, this is the third time we've done this, and we've done this in each community that we've had a rally, and this is a little neighbor-to-neighbor speed dating, which is what we're going to do right now. So this is not just about us, this is about you and why you're here and who we are as Canadians and who do we want to be. So this is how it works. I'm going to give you a question, and you're going to find someone that you didn't come to the rally with, who you don't know, and you're going to talk to them for 1 minute. And I apologize to the introverts ahead of time, but it's actually really fun, because we're all in a good mood and we're all Canadian. So the first question is, it's an easy one. Why did you come here today? So find someone, 1 minute, why did you come here today? go.
The countdown. I can see you're making new friends. It's beautiful.
All right. That's 1 minute.
Just
Cindy
like
has the
that.
next one.
My question for you is, what is the one thing, there's lots, but the number one thing you love about Canada? Hockey! Oh! Montreal Canadiens is what you meant
All
to
right,
say.
so find someone new, find someone else who you didn't come with. What do you love about Canada? 1 minute, go!
I said, no, it's not.
Right.
I said, it's red. I said, we almost hate to break up this wonderful conversation, these new friends, the mingling that's going on. You may want to
Amazing.
get a phone number and
Yeah.
carry on later today.
So, okay, very last question. Okay, everyone. And just so you know, when we did this in Ottawa, it's a true story. There was a guy that had just moved from Arkansas who came and who met someone, and they invited him over for dinner that week. True story.
Very
All
Canadian.
right, last question. It's an important one. What is something you can do this week or this month to build a stronger Canada? What is something you can do other than voting? And you might say vote too. So you have 1 minute, find someone new. This is the last one. Go! Okay, everyone. All right. Thank you. Let's give yourself a round of applause. I hope you had good conversations. This is a big part. You know what I've been thinking about these events? These events are about connection and reflection. So we just did a little bit of that. A little bit of connection, a little bit of reflection. They're not about selling merch, just for the record. But we do have one of our volunteers who does have a merch stand over there. And there's some hats here. You've seen the Elbows have hats. Those are locally made and locally sourced. And so if you're interested, Kim Sorensen, who runs a store downtown Halifax, has set that up. So go check them out. There's some really great stuff. All right, our next speaker is Juanita Peters, who's the executive director of the Africville Museum. She's a filmmaker, a playwright, a community leader. She does a whole bunch of things, and her work celebrates African Nova Scotian history and resilience. She's a powerful voice, and we're happy to have her. Please welcome Juanita Peters.
Hello, Dartmouth. Hello, Halifax. Hello, Nova Scotia. I can't believe how wonderful you all look in the rain. I can't imagine what you look like dry. I'm so excited. I'm always excited to talk about Canada, and I'm even more excited to talk about Dartmouth and Halifax, because you don't really just show up, you really show up. Prepared. And I know that we are in what is a tumultuous time right now, a little bit of turmoil, little bit crazy, that's right. But you know what, everybody? Don't forget. Don't let this moment in time let you forget who your friends are. Don't let one person tell you that we have enemies where they do not exist. Halifax. We know, because we've already experienced it. 1917, 2 ships collided out there in the harbor, and who was the first to come to our rescue? That's right, Boston in a big way. 1998, Swiss Air crashed off Peggy's Cove. Who came to our rescue? The U.S. Navy, within hours. And they are still our friends. I have family in Oklahoma, Chicago, Wisconsin, Texas, and Delaware. And they are more distressed than we are over what's happening with us. Do not let someone else tell you who your friends are. You must have to remember that Canada is still one of the most loved countries in the entire world. And there's a reason for that. We share our love just like you are here today. We don't care if you're white or black or grizzly gray or anything in between. We don't care what your religion is. We don't care what you speak. We don't care who you love, when you love, why you love. We're just glad you love. Halifax and Canada, when I travel, I am so happy to wear the Canada flag, because no matter where I go, people react to that Canada flag. Yes, they do. And our fathers and our grandfathers and our great-grandfathers and so on made that so, because we are peacemakers and we are people who are united. It's really interesting because someone just brought up, as much turmoil as there is right now, those initiatives that have been taking place have actually pulled us all closer together. Get on the phone tomorrow and call that person that you haven't called in 3 or 4 months and remind them that you care. Because a lot of people are sitting at home right now not sure what to do. And they're trying to calculate where this is going to go. It doesn't matter where it goes, because we're all going to go through it together. And we're going to all come out the other end even better than before. When I first came to Halifax in the 90s, I used to live in New Brunswick, and for years my brother and I used to have something called a music jam and barbecue. And we'd cook chicken and ribs for 2 days straight. And we'd invite our family. And then when I moved to Dartmouth, I moved that up. I upped the ante and I started inviting family and friends. And then I upped it again. And I started inviting family, friends, neighbors, and colleagues. If my husband was here right now, he'd say I'm lying because I don't cook. They did all the cooking. Your friends were there. That's right, for years and years and years. The music would play, people would eat, and all the people who knew me from different parts of my life would all be there at my home, on the lawn, in the yard, in the garage, you name it. And they all got to spend time together. And if there's one thing there's a couple of things actually that were my takeaways over the years. We did it for 27 years. I had a gentleman once say to me, Juanita, before you moved to Dartmouth, before you moved to Marvin Street, I lived here for 20 years and did not know my neighbors. Another person said, the last time I saw this person, who I really like, was at your house. That's important. And so there were years I'd get up and I'd think, can I do this another year? It's a lot of work. It takes us a few weeks to get it ready and get the stage up and whatever. I did not stop because I knew it was important to other people. You are important to other people. So whatever it is that brings you together, start doing it. If it's food, cook it up. If it's music, string it up. But bring the people you love together. And if it's music you really love, then you're going to be happy that you're here today. Because coming to you now is two-time Juno nominated Jamila. Elbows up, Dartmouth!
Hey, Nova Scotia, how you feeling? I want everyone elbows up for Canada. Elbows up for Canada. Because by ourselves, there isn't much, but together, we are unconquerable. Say community. We are strong as a community. Run the track.
We have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough. It is because of our efforts that people often
Chant their names. Chant their names. Chant their names. Chant their names. What will you say for yourself? Let me hear it in your own words, Mr. Officer. What did you do to the black man? Tell me, what did you infer? Did you see him as a downright criminal? Tell me who him gonna hurt. Tell me, who are you protecting? Tell me, who do you really serve? What if you got a ticket like Sandra Bland? Do you ever party like Oscar Grant? What about Philando Castile or Eric Garner? What if you couldn't breathe? Do you have a hoodie like Trayvon? Ever walk from the store like Mike Brown? Ever drop asleep like Ayana? And the tears still a cry for Brianna. Chant their names. Won't see another black martyr sent to an early grave. Give us some answers right now. We got to change this somehow. Come on. How many lives will be taken? How many tears must we cry for you to see the sad reality upon our picket signs? 400 enough years of slavery, but we're not free just yet. Born systemic brutality, chat their names so we won't forget. What kind of injustice reach Georgie one day? Same kind of thing did reach Freddie Gray. Do you have a cell phone like Stephon? Or do you play a little music like Jordan? We just rolled it on like a man. So me know say the system of fraud designed to keep the black man down. We guilty with no proof, I just a bagger on around. Chant their names. Won't see another black martyr sent to an early grave. Give us some answers right now. We got to change this somehow. Chant their names. Chant their names. you so much. It was several years ago, and we sat here and watched the most incredible instance of injustice. Wasn't the first time, but it happened when a certain man, George Floyd, was killed in the USA. But that kind of thing happens all the time in the USA, right? But here in Canada, we together have an opportunity to make a change, and it begins with every single one of us sitting right here, right now. A few years ago, I was working with the CBC on a program called The Song and the Story, and they gave me the keyword rebirth, and they said, write a song about rebirth. And I can't think of another time since I've been living in Canada when we're in need of a rebirth more than this time that we are in right now. Right? The song that came about it was called Rise, this next song that I'm going to sing. And if you know the words, feel free to join along. Rise, guys. We can do it together. Ooh. Save the CBC, everyone. The CBC's at risk. Save the CBC. Disease and disillusion, feel the pain upon my head. A year of too much pressure, so many people dead. I'm praying for a rebirth. Give us a second chance. Oh, will love come to free us? Oh, let love be our stance. Oh, oh, oh. No, we don't wanna live this way again. Oh, no, we don't wanna live this way again. So we will rise, we'll rise. If we believe it, we can change our minds. We can rise again. Rise, we'll rise, and sing a new song. We can chill the vibes. We can rise again. High above this plane, rise to a new domain where we all can dance again and break away these chains. Let's sing a brand new song and we will carry on. Together we are one. Together we will rise. We'll rise. If we believe it, we can change our minds. We can rise again. Rise, we'll rise, and sing a new song. We can build the vibes. We can rise again. Elbows up, everyone. We want to let our neighbors know that we have our elbows up, our knees up, our fists up. We have our energies up. We have our spirits up, because we will survive. Stay stronger together. No, we don't wanna live this way. No, oh no. No, we don't wanna live this way again. So we will rise, we'll rise. If we believe it, we can change our minds. We can rise again. Rise, we'll rise, and sing a new song. We can build the vibes. We can rise again. Thank you so much, Halifax. I
Shamila from Jamaica, now proudly Canadian. Are we all proud Canadians today? Fantastic. Beautiful singer. Has not been at it that long. You'd think she's been singing since she was born. Absolutely gorgeous. When I say Canadian, I think of a certain amount of qualities. Canadians are said to be too polite. How about, are we funny? Good sense of humor? I think Canadians have a great sense of humor. They say that laughter is a great healer. Laughter is the best medicine. Well, if laughter is great medicine, the next two characters that are going to take to our stage should be doctors. They have been making us laugh for decades. A show of hands, how many of you have been an extra on the Trailer Park Boys at some point? Or know somebody? I knew it! You know, it's like the Kevin Bacon degrees of separation. You can't go through 6 people without somebody saying, I was an extra on the Trailer Park Boys. Sunnyvale, these characters have been making us laugh for many, many years. Outrageous comedy, characters we will never forget. They're part of many of our childhood, maybe not too young, but growing up to these two. We are so fortunate to have them, a little piece of Canadiana on our stage here today. Please welcome from the Trailer Park Boys, Ricky and Bubbles.
What are you doing, man?
Sorry, Ricky, keep out of my way. Keep out of my way, elbows up. And we're not here to box, Ricky.
Gordie Howe, man. Gordie Howe like to fight. You're like...
Do you know why we're here?
You're like Edward Scissorhands, except you're like Edward Pool Noodle Arms. Or I don't like it.
Yeah, no, these are my elbows up. I don't, it's not supposed to hurt anybody. You're just supposed to protect yourself.
Okay.
So they got to be soft.
All right.
Okay, how's everybody doing? Look at this crowd. This is unbelievable. You don't keep them up like all the time, Ricky. Just put your arms down now. You're going to calcify your bones.
I don't know. I'd like to fight that hockey player over there. That'd be awesome.
Do you know why we're here?
Yeah, do you?
I do, yeah, 100%.
Great.
Why are your eyes darting around like you don't know why we're here?
Elbows up or whatever, right?
Yes, elbows up.
I know why we're here. Do you?
Okay, then explain it.
Well, we're here to, we got to do this and point up and stuff. And about the unit.
It means figuratively, Ricky. It's figurative. It's not literal.
Unification of the country or whatever, right?
Great explanation, Ricky. Yes, sir.
I think it's important.
Yes. No, we're here. Everybody knows why we're here.
Yeah, Bubs.
We're here to band together. Stay tough. Stay tough, band together. And look, everybody come out in the goddamn rain, too.
I know, it's amazing.
People were saying, it's rain and nobody's going to show up. I knew people were going to show up because Canadians are tough as nails. Yeah, so thanks, everybody, for coming out. I mean, this is to keep Canada together in these crazy times. Remember, and I wanted to remind everybody, pretty much everything you need to exist on the planet, to live, you can get it at Canadian Tire.
That is true, Bubs. Crappy Tire. Yep.
Canadian Tire or Kent.
Or you can go to Kent.
Kent is good, too.
There's another place that you probably shouldn't go right now. But.
Yeah. Canadian Tire's got everything you need. Everything. So, you support the Canadian business. All your liquor needs can be taken care of by Coldstream Clear from Truro.
There we go.
Right?
I found there's a local company in Nova Scotia that makes candied jalapenos. They're pretty awesome, too.
Who does?
This company in Nova Scotia.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Oh, I didn't notice that big bastard.
I want to fight that guy.
Is that Sidney Crosby?
Yeah, with a different haircut, I guess. But
Oh, I thought he had a helmet on. His hair? Jesus, I thought he had the old Jofa on. Remember the round Jofa? I already know you're going to try to steal that goddamn thing, Ricky, and put it by your trailer.
it would be pretty cool.
I can tell just by looking at it. You might want to put some guards around that thing. Some armed guards around the big statue.
Oh, Jesus.
Where's who? George Green. George Green isn't here, is he?
I guess, I was going to say I hope not, but I guess I don't want anyone not
I
to be
wish,
here. So.
if George Green's here, get him up here. Or Cyrus?
Or
Is
Sam.
Cyrus out in the crowd by any
Caveman?
chance?
No? Good. Yeah, no Randy, he's in California. Thank God, because he hasn't been smelling very good lately. All right, Bubs.
So, yeah, thanks for coming out, everybody. And, and showing your support. Got to stick together. Canada has to stick together. Oh, and I want to say this. I know it's not supposed to be political or anything, and this isn't political, actually, but I just want to say this is a perfect opportunity while everybody's banding together. Can we fix the goddamn water problem for the Indigenous people in Canada?
Yeah.
Jesus, Murphy.
I don't understand it either, Bubs. It's ridiculous.
There's 29 or 30 reservations that still have to boil every bit of water they use, which is crazy. It's 2025. It's not 1931 out in the jungle somewhere.
Good job, Bubs.
Fix the water problem for all the Canadians, the Indigenous people. That's all I wanted to say. Thanks, Barry. Thanks for coming out, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Elbows up.
When I say elbows, you say up. Elbow. Elbow. That was pretty cool.
That was good, Bubs. Nice.
That was decent. All right, thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Stick around. There's all kinds of great stuff coming up.
Ricky and Bubbles! That is awesome. All right. Our next guest is a true Canadian icon. Actually, before I introduce our next guest, let me just give you the lay of the land. Well, one, it's not raining very hard, so that's good. So we've got a musical artist who you've all heard of before coming up next. Then we have two students from Acadia who are going to talk to us about the youth perspective. And then you want to stick around because we're going to sing O Canada together. So that's the lay of the land, the last few things. And let me introduce now this Canadian icon, East Coast legend. His music has been the soundtrack of our lives, kitchen parties, car rides, living rooms. He's a East Coaster, a guy who writes songs that speak to the heart of this country about love, about loss, about resilience. Please welcome to the stage a true Canadian treasure, Jimmy Rankin.
Hey! Good afternoon. I love you too. All right. Check. Whoa. I actually had the Trailer Park Boys opening up for me. Get out here, Jamila. Hey, sweet darling, let's go dancing tonight. Oh, but that was a yesterday. Why can't we leave the past behind? Well, you know that I love ya, and you know that I'll always be true. And there's no need in asking, 'cause I know you feel the same way too. Here we go. How we may do the bump and grind, shake around a little behind, do some things that you normally do on a Saturday night. And it's alright, yeah. We may drink a little too much, may lose our fancy touch. Whoa, step out of line with reality. That's the way it should be, yes indeed. And there's no need in asking, 'cause I know you feel the same way too. And there's no need in asking, 'cause I know, hey, you feel the same way too. One more time. And there's no need in asking, 'cause I know. How do you feel? Yeah. Here we go. Oh, heck, hey, 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 hey. Oh, heck, hey, hey, hey. Oh, heck, hey, hey. Oh, heck, hey, hey, hey. Oh, heck, hey, hey, hey. Oh, heck, hey, hey. Oh, heck, hey, hey. Oh, heck, hey, hey. Oh, all right. Yeah, you feel like singing? Hey, hey, hey. Elbows up. Elbows up.
Elbows up,
Elbows up.
elbows up,
Elbows up.
elbows up.
Oh, heck, hey, 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 hey. Oh, heck, hey, 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 hey. Oh, hey, hey, hey. Oh, hey, hey. Oh, heck, hey, hey, hey. Oh, heck, hey, hey, hey. Oh, heck, hey, hey. Oh, heck, hey, hey. Oh, heck, hey, hey.
The amazing, the one and only, our very own Jimmy Rankin. Woo! And Mr. Jamie Robinson. Woo! Oh, we're spoiled today, aren't we? What a treat. This is a party, a true Nova Scotian kitchen party. I love it. Now, the future is for our children. We know that Canada is going through a lot of turmoil right now, and we need to make it stronger, and we're doing that for ourselves and for the generations behind us. So today we get to hear from some young people. It's important that because we are building this Canada for the future generations. I'd like to call on Anne Christie and Lucy Goddard, if they're close by. They're two students from Acadia University, beautiful place, here they are, just down the road in Wolfville. They've traveled here to stand strong, to tell us what it means to be on this stage, what it means to be Canadian, and what the future holds. Ladies.
Thank you. Hello, Halifax. I'm Anne.
And I am Lucy, and we are political science students at Acadia University, located in the beautiful Wolfville, Nova Scotia. I grew up in the Annapolis Valley, surrounded by orchards, fields, and some really high tides. I spend most of my summers on the South Shore with my family in some of the most beautiful communities on North America's East Coast.
Yeah. I've lived in Halifax my whole life, but much of my family's roots are in Cape Breton, a place that I cherish deeply, and one with its own distinct identity even within this province. It means so much to me to be from Nova Scotia, and it means so much to both of us to see everyone gathered here today in a celebration of pride and resilience during this trying time in our nation's history. I think those of us from around here can agree there's something incredibly special about this place. Not just the landscape, though the sight and smell of the ocean always take me home, but it really is the people and the sense of community that runs so deep here. Generations of families rooted in this province, tied together through stories, history, and a common identity. That feeling of walking into any room and knowing someone or knowing someone who knows someone. My parents always said you have to be nice to everyone because you never know when you're going to see them again, only that you will. It means so much to us to see everyone here, and we're so happy to be here. It means so much to be building our future as a country and as a province in Nova Scotia.
Canada is a mosaic of backgrounds, of beliefs, of cultures. And it's that difference that makes us so strong. You know, politics often threatens to divide us, but we have to remember who we are as a community and the strength that is within that. From the right to universal health care, the freedom to choose, and the ability to walk down the street without fear of gun violence. We are so lucky to be from this country, a country united. That unity can be seen everywhere, whether you're cheering on the Thunderbirds, the Halifax Wanderers, or the Mooseheads. When the anthem plays, we all stand behind the same flag. At a time when so many Canadians and Nova Scotians feel a bit uncertain, we want to remind you all that our community and our support of each other must be a certainty, unwavering and strong. Because divided, we might be scared, but together, we are unstoppable.
We are here today because we know the importance of youth voices in this fight. The decisions made for Canada today are not just policies, but the foundations for our future. We're stepping into adulthood in the middle of a housing crisis, a climate crisis, and a global rise in authoritarianism. Yeah. The time that we are living through right now is not just political, but it is deeply personal. It is the world that we will inherit.
I realized that for so long, I took advantage of what it means to be Canadian. I am so lucky to come from a country that when I stitch my flag to my backpack and travel, I know that I'm going to be met with kindness. And that my identity as a Canadian is known to be kind. People just assume that because of that flag. It means so much. My Canadian identity is so tied to that, and we must protect it. And to do that, we must stand up, speak up, and show up, like we have done today.
We are are so proud to be here today, proud to raise our voices, and proud to be Canadian.
Thank you, Halifax.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you. Thank you, Ed and Lucy.
Whew. Our future is bright, I think, Peter.
They killed it. They were
Fantastic. I think our skies are brightening as well.
amazing. I feel like the sun might come out.
It's always sunny above the clouds, Peter.
That's right. It's all right. We're almost done.
Exactly.
Rouge Fatale was going to perform, but unfortunately had an accident last night and is unable to come. So we send her our best, and she wanted to know that we're all stronger together, and we should celebrate our diversity. So thank you, Rouge. All right. So before we sing "O Canada," just a few thank yous. First of all, the team at Alderney Landing here, led by B. McGregor and Lori, who have put this all together, and their team, amazing. Thank you all at Alderney Landing. What a team. The city of Halifax and everyone in Dartmouth, thank you, Mayor, for coming to speak, and thank you for being so welcoming to the event. Thank you to all of our speakers and our performers. Everyone's volunteering, so we really appreciate everyone coming out. Thank you to the house band Blueberry Grunt, who opened us off. And to our co-host and MC, Cindy Day. Thank you to the guy who brought the big inflatable hockey player.
Is that not Sidney Crosby?
And then we have an organizing team that is, mostly in Ottawa and Toronto and across the country. So thank you to all the Elbows Up organizing team for putting this together. And then lastly, thank you to all of you for showing up in the rain and for coming up. And what did the girls say? They were like, stand up, speak up, show up.
Show up.
I like that.
Right.
Stand up, speak up, show up.
Merci à vous tous. Ça nous fait chaud au cœur de vous voir ici cet après-midi, malgré le temps. Donc, un gros merci à Peter Wall. Peter, thank you so much. A lot of legwork went into this. And I know that the crowd was small, but it was mighty, and they're watching at home with their cup of tea. We know that's happening. And so there is no better way to wrap up this kind of party, this proud, amazing uprising, than with the most beautiful anthem in the world. We hear it at sporting events when the flag rises. Tears come to our eyes. We are proud. It is beautiful. We want you to join your voices loud and proud. We'd like to ask all the volunteers to come to the stage, the musicians, the speakers.
Come on up.
Come on up. We want to fill the stage with all of you, your beautiful voices. Wave the flag with great pride. Ça nous fait tellement plaisir d'être ici.
You got one. Good stuff.
Check.
Where's all the cows?
Check 1, 2. Check.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all our sons command, with glowing hearts we see thee rise, true north, strong and free. From his glory, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious the sun was setting in the weather, the birds were singing on every tree. All nature seemed inclined to rest, until there was no rest for me. Farewell to Nova Scotia, the sea-bound coast, let your mountains dark and drear I be. For when I am far away on the mighty ocean top, will you ever hear a sigh or a wish for me? I grieve to leave my native land. I grieve to leave my comrades all. Leave my parents who I hold so dear, and money lasting that I one day. Oh, farewell, Nova Scotia, the sea-bound coast, let the mountains dark and drear I be. Oh, when I am far away on the briny ocean top, will you ever heed a sigh or a wish for me? I have three brothers, they are at rest. Their arms are folded on their chest. But I poor simple sailor, man like me, must be tossed and turned on a deep sea. Oh, farewell to Nova Scotia, the sea-bound coast, let your mountains dark and drear I be. Oh, when I am far away on the briny ocean top, will you ever heed a sigh or a wish for me? Oh, the drums do beat, wars do allow. My time falls, I must obey. Oh, farewell, farewell to my Nova Scotian home, where it's early in the morning and I'm far away. Oh, farewell to Nova Scotia, the sea-bound coast, let your mountains dark and drear I be. For when I am far away on the briny ocean top, will you ever heed a sigh or a wish for me? Hey! All right! Somebody do some rapping. Oh, farewell to Nova Scotia. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. What am I singing this for? Wow. Awesome. Scotia, the sea-bound coast, let your mountains dark and drear I be. Oh, when I'm far away on the briny ocean top, will you ever heed a sigh or a wish for me? Will you ever heed a sigh or a wish for me? Will you ever heed a sigh or a wish for me?
Get your elbows up, everybody!
Elbows up! Elbows up! Elbows up!
Elbows! 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 Nova Scotia, thank you for coming.
Peter, I have one last thing to say. I'm not sure if anybody mentioned it, but here we are right now. We're standing up, and I look over there, and I see these beautiful naval ships. We got to have a big shout-out to our Canadian forces that, when I think about how great our country is, we have a lot of military in this town and in this province, and we always got to remember what they fight for. Their values goes way above and beyond politics, but we always got to be thankful for the men and women of our armed forces. So, big flag raise to them too.
All right, you guys want to hear one more song? I said, do you want to hear one more song? All right, I think these guys can put something together. All right. Let's see. All right, they're thinking, they're brainstorming, and I think we'll do one more song from Blueberry Grunt.
I guess we're done.
All right, just before we hear from them, this guy here, John, he's the reason we're here, because he actually sent me a message on Facebook, I think it was, saying, hey, why don't you come to Halifax? And so we came. And then two other guys I want to point out. I told you we did this thing in Ottawa, and we did it 4 weeks ago. And you might have remembered a big snowstorm that came through this area about 4 weeks ago. Well, my sons go to Acadia. They're here at Acadia, and they have a band. And the band was playing at Parliament Hill, and so they needed to get to Parliament Hill. So, like any good Maritimer, they drove, of course. And there was a snowstorm. And they're in a not a very good car. And so in New Brunswick, they put it in the ditch for 2 hours. And yet, they made it. They walked. Miles, who plays the bass in the band, his twin brother's the drummer. His twin brother was already in Ottawa. He showed up at Parliament Hill, true story, 5 minutes before the rally started, walked out of the car in his sweatpants with his bass, and he played. And I forgot to thank him in Ottawa. So now can we give a cheer for Max, who's the cousin, and Miles, who's my son, who showed up in Ottawa. Miles and Max! Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Last song, I promise, Blueberry Grunt.
Let's finish off with a great Canadian, writing great Canadian songs, God rest his soul, Ron Hines. Anyone that wants to come up and join us can come. Sonny lives on a farm on a wide open space. You can take off your sneakers and give up the race. You can lay down your head, leave the cold river bed. Sonny always remembers what his mama said. Sonny carries a load, yeah!
Feeling so tired, I'm not all that strong.
It's 100 miles from town. Sonny's never been there, but he goes to the highway and he stares. And the mail comes at 4, and the mailman is old, but he still dreams his dreams, silver and gold.
Never comes home, and the night is so
fight for the wide world outside. But I know I can't hold them. I tried and I tried. Say, don't go away. I'm here all alone. Your daddy's a sailor who never comes home. And the night gets so long, and the silence goes on. And I'm feeling so tired, I'm not all that strong. Break it down, boys. Sonny, don't go away. I am here all alone. And your daddy's a sailor who never comes home. And the nights get so long, and the silence goes on. Oh, I'm feeling so tired, I'm not all that strong. Sonny, don't go away. I am here all alone. Your daddy's a sailor who never comes home. And the night gets so long, and the silence goes on. Oh, I'm feeling so tired, I'm not all that strong. Sonny, don't go away.
Well done. Thanks, Jimmy.
Oh, Canada!
Woo, well done, folks.
Yeah, got it.
Just one very, very last thing. Yeah, I promise. We have a toolkit. So Victoria yesterday had a rally that was put on by the community. And so we have a toolkit. If you have friends across Canada that are interested in doing something themselves, on our website, Help Us Up Canada, you can go and there's a toolkit and we have our whole blueprint about how we do these. So tell your friends they want to do them. You know, maybe we could do one in Cape Breton, or maybe we do one in Newfoundland, or there's lots of places to do it. So tell your friends, and thank you all for coming. Have a great night.